name is Honorable Engineer Lawrence Danat, the magajin garin Kombon and the Zarmangbit Kombon. Zarmangbit Kombon means the first early morning star shining. I'm a chemical engineer by profession. I went to Government College Kefi and the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. I'm married with 4 children, and the name of my wife is Nanji Lawrence Danat. After I graduated, after my NYSC, I worked bravely for 2 years with a private company in Lagos. I resigned because I have a passion for business. So I went into business, and right now I have 2 companies, Demalo Nigeria Limited. They're into chemical and equipments business. We have the Roslo Chemicals and Agro-Allied, strictly on agrochemicals and related matters in agri. On the course of my business, I joined politics. Along the line, I joined politics, and I was elected councillor of my ward. I humbled myself and went and accepted the offer that my community gave me, because I was about refusing. I said, how can I be a chemical engineer and I will be an elected councillor? Then, in 1998, they told me that you have to accept this because we believe you can serve us better. I accepted it, and that was the beginning of my rising in politics. When I was elected on a post, I was made the leader of the council, also on a post, and I finished my tenure successfully as the leader of the council, Mangolo Government Legislative Arm. After that, I got, in His infinite mercy, I was appointed Commissioner 4 during the Botman administration. And during the first tenure of Governor Jan, I was a board of director in the Plateau State Water Board. Briefly after my tenure in Water Board, I went to lecture in the Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa, in the Chemical Engineering Department, and from there I resigned, came back home to contest for the chairmanship of Mango Local Government. And by the grace of God, today I'm the executive chairman of Mango Local Government. Actually, why I went into business, I have so many dependents, being the firstborn. I'm being the first graduate in my family. So if I was to rely on a pet job, I cannot be able to handle the responsibilities that was upon me. So I had passion in reaching out to people in need, not only within my family, but whoever I come across as in need, I try as much as possible to reach out. And seeing the needs of people, communities, and the only way I can be able to reach out better, I humbly accepted what God was pushing me into, so that through that I can be able to reach out to communities, to individuals' needs. So, partially, sincerely, I had a passion for the less privileged and community needs. That is why I joined politics, and that's the only way I can influence development. I can have the resources to reach out. The challenges I've encountered here as a chairman. One is lack of resources, financial constraint. Why we're having financial problem here is because of the bulk of workforce that we have. In fact, in terms of workforce, Mangu Local Government Council has the highest number of workforce among the 17 local governments in Plateau State. The wage bill of our teachers cannot be compared to any wage bill of any local government in Plateau State. Teachers alone. So by the time that the salaries and wages of people, they are right, and you must pay. They are not privileges, they are right, and you have to pay them before any other thing. So financial constraint is there. Secondly, the issue of security. Cases of kidnapping, cases of armed robbery, and cases of herders and farmers clash, and so on. These are the things that are bothering us or have encountered as a challenge to me as a chairman. And thirdly, the revenue based was nothing to talk about. So we have to find a way in restructuring our ways of collection of internal generated revenue, and God has helped us. We are succeeding, and we even came first among the 17 local governments in terms of IGR, internal generated revenue. So we intend to keep that tempo going. Local government system in Nigeria, we all know that it's a third tier of government. Yes, sir. And the unfortunate thing that the Nigerian Constitution has not given them autonomy to operate on their own. So the major challenge that we have is the issue of local government autonomy. You can only rate someone well if you give him the chance to exist or to operate on its own or his own. Then you can now be able to rate him. But by the time that it's a third tier, and it's not really, the name is third tier, but it's not operating as an independent body. You must have to walk through the state second tier. So the challenge that we're having as a local government is the issue of autonomy. We are praying that the constitution be amended so that the chairman of each local government in Nigeria will be independent on his or her own, so that they can function well without the finances being intruded or being tampered with along the line by the second tier. By the grace of God, the projects that we have embarked and will continue to embark are projects that are touching the lives of the grassroots people. By the time that I'm no longer in office, people that have been able to, the communities are being rectified with electricity, they will remember Lawrence Dannard. Communities that we have linked them with other communities by construction of bridges, they will remember Lawrence Dannard. Communities that we have created their rural roads, they will remember Lawrence Dannard. Communities that we have been able to construct primary health care centers, they will remember Lawrence Dannard. Communities that we have been able to bring modern solar street lights in their communities, and so many programs that we intend to do before the experience of Martino, programs or developments that I want to leave behind as a lasting legacy after I have left. Yes, actually I had a blueprint of what I want to do if God gives me chairman of this council, and eventually God, out of his power, I become now the chairman. So I immediately went to my blueprint, and with the little resources at my disposal, I used them immediately. I know of one person, I will not mention him, who had money in his project account, but because he doesn't have idea of what to do with the money is still lying there. So what has helped me is I've outlined some things to do, and when the money comes, I use it immediately with very serious negotiations with the people, little money achieving a lot. So I've been prudent in my management of finances. And because today, if you give me 5 million naira that is meant for a project, I won't leave it there. I must see in my blueprint what can 5 million accommodate. I will channel it immediately. For example, 2 weeks ago, we had such small money and we saw the need to construct a bridge that will link Bungadao and Sabo line. We immediately channeled that money there, and today the bridge has been fully constructed. We'll just give you one particular example. We saw the need, the limited resources, we channeled immediately. Thank you. Yes, I try to interact with politicians to hear their views and advices and criticism that will help me to perform better. I also try to liaise or interact with people managing my business to see how they are faring, because I may eventually fall back to it after leaving office, and also to relax. I love relaxation, so that stress will not harm me. Thank God for that vision. This is about the 5th edition. And it's good for one to have a vision. And the visionary has integrity, is committed and sincere in his visions, and the defiant people that have excelled in one area or the other, and also awarding them awards. So I see it as a body that God has brought on the plateau to reward those who are achieving their lives. Today, being one of the nominees to be awarded on the 16th of February 2020 as the best or the outstanding chairman, performing chairman in community development. They have seen that truly I have touched the lives of communities within the local government, not centered in one place. After this award, I want to keep the tempo. It has now encouraged me to perform better, so that possibly I can be one of the contenders in the next award. It's not meant for me to relax. Similarly, those who have been awarded, I know that they may want to improve better. So it's an avenue that the Plateau man of the Plateau Man of the Year award has come to reward those who have worked, and to also those who have worked to work harder for another reward, and those who may want to also be in our own position today to work harder to achieve it. So I want to commend the Plateau Man of the Year awards for what God is using them on the Plateau.